Microphone check. Here we go. All right, man. Feels good to be back on the regular day, man. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know who y'all looking at. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to another episode of Club Pizzle. I am, of course, your host, Don P. Pizzle, Pod God, Cousin Pod, Cousin Don, Cousin P, your favorite cousin, your favorite potting cousin, all that good stuff. I told y'all I'm leaving to everybody else. I'm big cousin, favorite cousin, and just cousin. Thank you guys for your continued support of this platform. Thank you guys for your continued support of this podcast, which is about to reach 5 years. This whole year we're celebrating 5th anniversary-ish, celebrating 5 years. I greatly appreciate that. More on that in a minute. While y'all are in a supporting mood, I need you guys to like, subscribe, share the show out, and let everybody know, hey, Club Pizzle is the thing, man. Club Pizzle is where it's at. You're going to get sports talk. You won't get sports talk like this anywhere else in the world. Where am I? Okay. Also, y'all still have until February the 4th to go to the Legend Awards. Those nominee submissions are still on deck, and that is still open. Go to legendawards.com, category 37, and nominate Club Pizzle in category 37, Voice of the People. I would greatly appreciate that. Y'all have until February 4th, so y'all are about a week away from that. So get your boy nominated. Let's get on that ballot, and then we're going to push that thing home and bring that Legend Award home. Again, man, I do this like the people say, like, Don, you don't need the awards. We know you that dude. We know you the best. That's all cool and that's all fine and dandy, but I need those awards. I want those awards. I want to hang them, and I want to place them around the Peterson Media Studio. I want to have them joints on display, so when everybody come and kick it at Club Pizzle, they can look and say, oh, you got a couple of them. Yeah, that's exactly the type of time that I'm on. That is exactly what I'm on. So again, man, Legend Awards, Club Pizzle, category 37, Voice of the People, a.k.a. Best Podcast. So get that done. Stop that right there. Okay. Now, Battleground took place this past Saturday, the season 3 finale. What a time it was. The recap. We did a recap on IG. I gotta get with Shred and see if he actually got that up. But congratulations. Shout out to B-Jax. He went and he got his lick back. He won the championship back. He has the belt. He got the belt in the middle of the season, lost it, and came back, and he got the belt back. So salute to that. Salute to B-Jax for that. Also salute two-time champion Princess Love. Hopefully she does come back. And I'll just leave that. Battleground. I'll get that at a later time. I'm trying to think of what else I have going. Oh yeah, man. Monday marks the official 5th anniversary of Club Pizzle. So I might do just like a little small little something on Monday just to commemorate the anniversary show. And I think I got another milestone coming up. I think I've done 300 of these things, or close to 300 of these things, or 350 of these. I gotta go and do a tally up. So, just be looking for stuff, man, because that's the type of stuff that I'm on. All right. It's been a week, man. I really feel like I'm running on fumes. I'm kind of tired, but I'm here for y'all. I'm a pie. Like, I'm gonna do these, and whenever I need to take time off, I'll take some time off. But it probably won't be for you know what I mean, for a minute. But just know, I will take time off, and y'all know how that is. Club Pizzle is powered by W Energy. What is W, Pizzle? W is clean, W is crisp, W is focused. No crash, no jitters, no why am I vibrating moment. Just straight up smooth energy that actually lets you lock in, whether you're editing at 2 a.m., gaming until sunrise, or just trying to make it through your work. And boy, does it get me through my work days when I feel like I haven't gotten any sleep, and I get up at 5:30 to get up to go to work in the morning, and I have my W on the drive in, and I'll be good for the day. Oh, and the flavors hit too. The joint I got right now, boy, it's good stuff. So, how do you get your hands on some W? Let me tell you. All you have to do is go to W.com. Just go look around the site. They got some good stuff on there, man. Grab you a sampler, get you a cup, see a flavor that you like, order it, and at the checkout, type in the code PODGAWD. That's PODGAWD, and you'll get 10% off of your order. Let me repeat that for y'all one more time. Go to W.com, look around, find something, pick something, put it in your cart, and at the checkout, type in code PODGAWD, PODGAWD, and you get 10% off of your order. So don't play around, support the pod, and support the movement. W Energy, level up, and lock in. Y'all ready to get this thing started? Because y'all know my motto. We here for a good time, not a long time. Y'all see I'm here. Y'all see I got the Grand Boys here with me. Let's start where I started yesterday. I did an emergency pod, just a little something to blow off some steam for the Todd Monken hiring. Y'all been living under a rock. The Cleveland Browns hired Todd Monken to be their 19th head coach in history, replacing Kevin Stefanski. It's been some mixed reviews around. Some people like it, some people don't like it, and that's fine. Y'all are allowed to do what y'all want to do. I'm still going to double down on what I said, that Cleveland Browns fans were sitting back and waiting to see who they named as coach just so they could crap on. I promise you, there will be no yelling or screaming today. I'm in a pretty good mood. So I look at it, and again, I look at what Todd Monken's numbers have been in places where he's been over the offense and been a part of the offense. Jacksonville, early 2010s. Tampa Bay in the mid 10s. Those offenses were pretty explosive. And the Baltimore Ravens, the numbers show it. The numbers, they've been one of the top offenses in the NFL. Now, are the Cleveland Browns going to look like the Baltimore Ravens next year? Probably not, because the Cleveland Browns don't have Lamar Jackson. The Cleveland Browns don't have Derrick Henry. The Cleveland Browns don't have Zay Flowers. The Cleveland Browns don't have Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. But the Cleveland Browns do have Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson. I'm not expecting Jerome Ford to be back. You also have Rocket Sanders back. I do expect Quinshon Judkins to make a full recovery and be back by training camp and be the starting running back, as should everyone else, and I'm pretty sure Andrew Berry and those guys will as well. And we'll hear, like, a lot of this stuff, like, this thing is still fresh. Like, information is slowly trickling out, and I'll get to it. But, again, man, the Cleveland Browns do have Isaiah Bond. No, what's my man's name? I'm tripping, y'all. They got Bond. They have even Jerry Jeudy. He's still a Pro Bowler. He still is a 1,000-yard receiver. You got Harold Fanning Jr. David Njoku may or may not be back. Expect the Cleveland Browns to put an emphasis on making the offensive line better. I'm expecting them to replace 3 at the minimum. 4 if Joe Bitonio decides to retire, which is looking more and more likely. I'm preparing for Joe Bitonio to retire, and it's okay, Joel. You can retire. The only person that may return from this past year's line is Ethan Posey. So they'll be replacing guys like the offensive line will be brand new, and also the first hire that was made by Todd Monken is a fantastic hire. They got George Warhop, Big Hop. He's the O-line coach. He was here in Cleveland from 2009 to 2013. The last 2 seasons in Baltimore, their offensive line was top 10 in pass and run blocking win rate. I can't talk. Let me put nearest green down real quick. Let me say that one more time. In the last 2 seasons in Baltimore, the Ravens offensive line was in the top 10 in pass block win rate and run block win rate. So that move there shows like Todd Monken is going to come in here with an emphasis on fixing the line. You build your team inside out. You do have talent at the skill positions. You do have a couple of quarterbacks in which you can work with. Shedeur Sanders. And y'all don't want to hear this, but hear me. Deshaun Watson is in play. As of right now, Dylan Gabriel could be in play as well. We're going to see how this thing shakes out. I personally, I'm gonna sit back and let this thing play out. I'll report to you what happens. I'll give small opinions, but I'm not going to crap over anything until games are played. And even then, it'll be mid-season, end of the season before I really say anything. I'm not going to get too excited, and I'm not going to be pissed off. I found the happy medium. My sabbatical taught me it's okay to love your team, but also criticize them when they need to be criticized. And listen, this is what I'm going to do. So George Warhop, I'm sorry. I can't talk today, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. Is the new offensive line coach. I know everybody love Bill Callahan, whatever. Y'all just love people whose name y'all. But whatever. Let's get to this hiring process. We heard a lot on what this hiring process was. Like, there were some things that were said. It was said that potential candidates had to write an essay and take a personality test, which has been refuted. They had a small questionnaire, which was football related. Okay. That I'm not upset about. And that is to weed out candidates and see how they were in certain things. And they wanted to see who was who as far as, because it seems as if player development is their thing right now. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. You got a bunch of young talent on the offensive side of the ball that does need development. And even your veterans on defense, and you got some young bucks on the the defensive side and Carson Schlesinger and Mason Graham on that line that could use a little bit more player development. That is all fine and dandy. One of the questions on the questionnaire was how would they develop Shedeur Sanders, which I'm not even going to say is indication that Shedeur Sanders is going to be QB1 walking into training camp. But who knows? We'll see. And again, I still feel that if Todd Monken, whenever he does his introductory press conference, which I'm expecting next week sometime, the question is going to be asked. Who's quarterback? Who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be the quarterback? I know Tony Grossi or Jeff Shadell or Mary Kay Cabot or one of those people that are out there is going to ask who QB1 is or who's going to be the quarterback. I feel like if he says any other name other than Shedeur Sanders, it's going to be nasty. And I don't want to hear it. I don't. But again, back to this hiring process, it seemed sloppy at times. But one thing I've tried to get an understanding of is when you're in this coaching cycle, I know you want to get your coach as fast as you can, as quickly as you can, so they can start building staff where those jobs start to fill up for you. So, you know what I'm saying? You get the guys you want. But also understanding that you have coaches in mind that's on your list that are still coaching their other team that are still in the playoffs. So you kind of have to accommodate that, especially an in-person visit. The virtual thing, you can get the virtual thing out of the way really quick. That's, you can get that out the way. You can get that done, put an hour aside. But those in-person interviews, and this is the thing, I was upset Monday when they went all the way out to L.A., interviewed Nate Shieldhouse for 9 hours, and came back and didn't make him an offer. It was at that moment where I kind of felt like, you know what? It's not going to be Nate Shieldhouse. I felt that in my mind, in my soul. I felt that. Like, it's not going to be Shieldhouse. It's not going to be the young 35-year-old bright offensive mind, even though he doesn't have any coordinator. He's the passing game coordinator. He hasn't called play. He hasn't done anything in the NFL. But at this point, how important really is that? Apparently it was important to Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry. And apparently Andrew Berry and Nate Shieldhouse really hit it off, which brings me to my next thing. This Todd Monken hiring smells like a Jimmy Haslam hire. It smells like Jimmy Haslam. Because hearing what Andrew Berry said pre-coaching search, it's like Todd Monken fits some of it, but he doesn't check all of those boxes. I say that to say it's going to be a sad day in Cleveland if this doesn't work out, that Andrew Berry is going to lose his job because the owner decided to pick that coach when the GM wanted that coach. And I can't confirm that. I'm just guessing. Again, I'm going to do it with a podcast. I'm not in the locker rooms. just throwing this stuff out there. Andrew Berry will lose his job because the owner didn't let him pick the guy that he wanted to pick. Don't that sound crazy? And Andrew Berry's going to fall on the sword because that's just who Andrew Berry is. He's just going to be like, well, I'll go somewhere. Jimmy Haslam needs to stay out of the way, y'all. I really feel like that he has to fall back. He got to chill. He has to trust the people that he hired to make decisions. Jimmy Haslam's track record hasn't been the best. The coaches. Look at the coaches we've had. Look at the coaches. Was Pettin his first one? Then you went to Jasinski. Was it Jasinski, then Pettin? Those two, it didn't work out. It was nasty. Then you had Hugh Jackson. You stripped Hugh of everything. Went 1-31. And then fired him 3 games into that season or 4 games into that season. You passed on Greg Williams, gave the job to Freddie Kitchens, fired Freddie Kitchens after 1 season. Got Kevin Stefanski out of the deal. And again, man, Kevin Stefanski is still the best head coach that the Cleveland Browns have had since 1990. Slice it however you want to. Go down the list. Run them all. Palmer, Davis, Cornell, Mangini, Shermer, Pettin. It don't matter. Stefanski was the best. May not have liked him, but he was. You can't take that away from him. I'm trying not to yell, y'all. I'm really trying my best not to yell. I didn't plan on covering this long or this far into the show. But but Jimmy Haslam needs to fall back. Jimmy Haslam needs to trust Andrew Berry. Because if you were going to step in and, again, all of this smells like he is behind this. If you were going to step on his toes and make the decision, you should have fired him along with Kevin Stefanski, pick the coach, and let the coach bring in his own general manager. Because that's what happens, and that's how the NFL works, or certain stops or certain teams allow that. But I'm going to wait this one out. I'm going to sit back. We're going to let this thing breathe, okay? Ladies and gentlemen out there, Browns fans out there, give it a chance. Don't poo-poo it yet. It's just the coach. We'll see what he name. We'll see who he names on his staff. We'll see who his OC is going to be. We'll see who his DC is going to be. There will be a new special teams coordinator as well. Bubba Ventrone, deuces, ooses. Get out of here. Special teams was trash last year. Kick return. The Jets game. That's a game they should have won. Kick return and a punt return. Back to back. Get out of here. You gotta be. Bye, Bubba Ventrone. The whole Jim Schwartz thing, I said what I said yesterday. I still stand on. And again, Jim, he may be back. I hope he is back as a defensive coordinator, and hopefully that doesn't draw a line down the middle of the locker room between offense and defense. Hopefully they're not like Bloods and Crips up in there. But If not, there's enough talent on that side of the ball. Mason Graham, Carson Schlesinger, Denzel Ward, Randall Pitt, Myles Garrett. It's enough talent over there where you can bring a coach in here and run that wide nine or something close to it, or a system that plays to all of those guys' strengths. So we're going to see. And hopefully they stay in the 4-3. And I saw Joe Wood's name. I just kind of like scrolled past, and I was like, absolutely not. It won't fuck. Speaking of Myles Garrett, he apparently is upset. He put something on his Instagram story of the Popeyes girls sitting outside of the restaurant in the back smoking a cigarette with their head down like as if they're tired. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move on. Myles Garrett, please do not do this right now, big dog. You signed up for this. You are no longer a victim. You are a volunteer. Please do not do this again. I am begging you. Do not do this again. Because if he does it again, the Browns are going to have to make a decision that Andrew Berry doesn't want to make, or he's going to make a move that he does not want to make, and that's move Myles Garrett somewhere. And if I'm Andrew Berry and that does happen, I'm going to come up with a trade package or a deal so astronomical that every team in the NFL will hang up the phone on. Myles Garrett, you are in it. You in this for the long haul. Stick around. Because we don't know who the defensive coordinator is going to be. That defensive coordinator might come in here and you might get 30 sacks. So, Myles, again, I'm begging you. Don't do it again. Please, sir. Thank you. Moving on, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, baby. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently on a 5-game win streak. They are 12-4 in their last 16 games. They are 10-4 in the month of January. Their last 5 games on this 5-game winning streak. They beat the Hornets last week on my birthday. Sacramento on Friday. Orlando on Saturday and Monday. And they just beat the Los Angeles Lakers by 30 points last night. Monday, I was at that game, and I had a good time. Salute to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all know how to treat season ticket holders. It was Ticket Holder Appreciation Day. I missed the boat on the Sir CC bobblehead, but I'm still gonna get it regardless. But just having, like, they take care of the season ticket holders, like the perks and stuff we have, the early access, the early entry to watch guys shoot around, even though the stars right. I got another poster, like an exclusive poster, which is dope. And outside of the discounts, and again, man, I'm adding to my Cavalier like merchandise collection. I swear, all I wear is like plain T-shirts from Costco, the Kirtland brand, like plain tees and caps. That's just where I'm at. I wore Browns gear yesterday on the emergency pod for the first time since the draft last. That's how I felt. But the winning streak, Donovan is playing at a level. He's playing at an MVP level, and it's so disrespectful that he's playing so well. Everybody, like the national media, really hates Cleveland, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But the Cavs are looking better. They're not stuck in the mud. Like, they're getting out of that mud, and they're slowly starting to make tracks. They're slowly starting to get back to where they need to get back to. The injuries are still coming. Mobley is down 1 to 3 weeks with a calf strain. Garland's toe is going to keep him out for a couple of weeks. And Max Strus is still out, even though they are trying to ramp him up and working him out to try to get him back. Hopefully, but on the other end of the All-Star break, Max Strus will be back. Sam Merrill is dealing with some injury issues, as well as DeAndre Hunter. Goodness. Cleveland Cavaliers, well, Cleveland sports teams in general have a strength and conditioning issue, and I do not understand it because we have the best freaking hospital in the whole wide world in Cleveland Clinic. What is going on? The Cleveland Cavaliers, it's the injury bug start biting this team at the end of last year, or it's been biting them at points in the season. Mobley has had injuries in the last 3 seasons. Darius Garland has had injuries in the last 3 seasons. Donovan Mitchell was dealing with some injuries. Jared Allen with the broken finger and the cracked rib and all of that. I mean, certain injuries are what they are. Even with Mobley, with the calf, like the soft tissue injuries, that's an NBA problem. And that's because the pace of the game is different from what it was back in the 80s and the 90s when everybody said, oh, these guys are soft. No, they played a slower pace and they were packing the paint, and guys aren't running as much. Guys weren't running as much as they are now. Flat out. That's where I'm at with it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking. Jalen Tyson has been balling. He is exactly what the Cleveland Cavaliers needed. Jalen Tyson is what you guys wanted, or what the Cavaliers thought they were getting when they were getting Isaac Okoro. That's what he is. He is what the finished product of what Isaac Okoro was supposed to look like. And Jalen Tyson, in 2 years, has turned into that. He's a good defender, and his defense has improved. He's not. I think he's now not currently on pace to lead the league in personal foul, which is a good thing. He still plays aggressive. He plays hard. Offensively, man, the dude is letting it fly. He doesn't hesitate taking those same corner threes and same wing elbow threes that Isaac Okoro would refuse to take. For 3 years, we watched him. It's like, dude, you open, take the damn shot. Jalen Tyson letting that thing fly. Naquan Tomlin, my new main man, Dean Wade, has been replaced as my main man. Y'all know they're glue guy. Like, when I speak about the role players, I'm speaking of them in their role and how good they are in their role. The role that Dean Wade plays, he is a glue guy. Dean Wade is never going to average even 15 points a game. Dean Wade may never average 10 a game in the season. Dean is going to knock down a couple threes. He's going to play defense on whatever wing. Like, he can guard 1 through 4 and maybe 1 through 5. Not a lot of centers, or like legit centers. Even the guys that should be centers are playing power forward, and that's a whole nother conversation that I really don't have time to speak to y'all about. I have time to speak to y'all about it. But Dean is going to do what everybody else is not going to do. He's going to do the other stuff. He's a glue guy. Naquan Tomlin is an energy guy and a glue guy. I love his energy. I promise you, and I'm going to keep saying this on this show. When I first saw Naquan Tomlin playing for the Chargers just last season, I said, who is this dude, this skinny dude with these he all arms and shoulders. And he looked goofy. But once he got out there on the court, he was balling. Like the first couple of games, he was kind of like, it was a little shaky. But he started turning it up, man. He was scoring 30 and getting 17, 18 rebounds. The dude got a motor on him. In the G League, like he was him in the G League. And he put in that work and he parlayed that into a two-way contract. And I think his two-way contract is now rolled over to a standard NBA deal. Gotta give him props for that. I watched Sam Merrill do the same thing. But Naquan, in his role as the he's a long defender. He's 6'8", 6'9". Again, he's all arms and shoulders. He can afford to gain a couple of pounds. Go get you some corned beef. Go eat you some steak. Like, get you some protein, big dog. That's what he needs. Eat him some protein. Get in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get too big, but you do need to lift a little weights because he is tall, gangly, and he's thin. But he's athletic. He get up. He got ups. He plays defense. The motor don't stop. He is the energy guy that can help out the second unit. And those are the type of guys we need. I don't know why Cleveland sports fans seem to want to have these named guys. Listen, Jalen Tyson and Naquan Tomlin are what everybody wanted. Isaac Okoro, Cedi Osman, Lamar Stevens, and Imani Bates, what y'all wanted them to be. Those are those two guys. And those four in one. And again, I love Imani Bates. I'm rooting for Imani Bates. I still follow what Imani Bates is doing. He had surgery again, and he's working his way back. I hope he gets back. I'm rooting for that dude because it's my guy. Listen, when the Cleveland Cavaliers are healthy, I'm still rolling with them. I can't. They're 29-20. They're tied with the Toronto Raptors for the 4th seed. Toronto is balling, and Toronto kicked our ass. But listen, they're right there. Like, I need to see the Cleveland Cavaliers get W's over Detroit, the Knicks, the Celtics, the Raptors. Those are the important teams that they need to get out on. They are hitting the road for a while. They're going on the West Coast swing, the All-Star break. I think their next home game is like February the 11th or something like that. Like, they're spending a lot of time on the road. They got Phoenix Friday. They have Portland Sunday. They have the Clippers Wednesday the 4th. They have the Sacramento Kings Saturday. And on Monday, they end the road trip with the Denver Nuggets in their home February 11th against the Washington Wizards. So 5-game couple week West Coast trip for the boys. Back to Jalen Tyson real quick. I'm not mad at his post game thing. Like, he said what he said, and the fact that he had to come in his presser and say, hey, man, I didn't mean no disrespect. Everybody knows this is Bron City. This is LeBron Town. But right now, it belongs to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is the one who's playing here. Donovan Mitchell has lifted this city back up. Donovan Mitchell is the man right now. Donovan Mitchell should be in MVP conversations. Okay? He should be in those conversations. So I'm not mad at Jalen Tyson for saying what he said. Like, this, because this is Don City right now. It does belong to him. It's Donovan Mitchell's team. LeBron James is in a Los Angeles Lakers uniform. And I'm pretty sure Jalen Tyson he looked around the arena last night and saw a lot of those Laker jerseys and a lot of LeBron jerseys. Lakers and Cavs. Somebody probably was in there with a LeBron Heat jersey. I saw somebody with a Steph Curry jersey on Monday at the game. It's like, Steph Curry's not even here. You just threw on a basketball jersey in your closet and said, I'm coming to a basketball game. But anyway, I feel like that when I go to these games, and I see a bunch of Steph Curry jerseys when the Warriors are in town. When I see a bunch of OKC jerseys, when I see a bunch of Giannis jerseys and a bunch of Knicks jerseys, I feel that, because I think it's nasty. And I mean, this city is known to have like people who are bandwagon fans with teams every 4 years. It is what it is. But Jalen, it's all right, man. You said what you said. Like, just live with it. He's living with it. He apologized or walked it back. Again, Brown is his favorite player. And you got to think, this is right directly after the game. Like, adrenaline's still pumping. Like, he's still in game mode. This is what a lot of people don't understand. This is what a lot of you social media dum-dums and doofballs, they always, like, they'll always try to make it seem like worse than what it is. When I heard him say it, I was just like, all right, big dog, you got it. You know, I ain't trip about it. Like, what's the point in tripping about it? Like, it's stupid to trip about it. And I understood it. Like, he's in game mode. And a lot of people on the internet, they hide behind their phone and they hide behind the keyboard and hide behind the screen. And they think they can just say anything, or they just say anything, whatever comes to their mind. It's like, shut up, big dum-dum. Like, it's a bunch of those people I can't stand. They get on my nerves. And somehow I'm always sitting by I'm always sitting by them at Cavs. And again, I still stand on hate only comes from the internet, because it's nothing but love in the building when I'm in the building at Cavs games. Like the Bronny love he got last night. Let me give him a little something. Like the Bronny love was fire. And that was more than Lakers fans cheering. That was Cavs fans cheering too. Because like I said, hate is only. I am tired of the national media disrespecting the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's mainly ESPN, and it's a lot of it is inside the NBA and that crew, which I love. I love Ernie, Kenny, Chuck, and Shaq. I love them. Absolutely love them. But last night, I was so pissed that at halftime, the Cleveland Cavaliers are winning the game. And Kenny Smith wanted to talk about the Lakers in their runouts that they were getting in the first quarter that was adjusted to and stopped for the rest of the game. I was so pissed. Like, we winning. What are you doing, bro? And even though Shaq and Chuck were right about Jared Allen, that wasn't the time to say that. Like, just highlight that he's playing well. They don't want to give us love in the national media. It's bad enough it's a bunch of local idiots, old local idiots who, I promise I wasn't going to do that. I promise I wasn't. So I'm not going to do that. The disrespect got to stop. I don't know what. I guess they have to win. But the disrespect is disgusting. Especially they were winning the game and then went on to win by 30. And they still talked about the Lakers and still talked about LeBron. Which brings me to that. And yes, I am wearing my Cavs LeBron jersey tonight. Can we stop this LeBron coming home conversation? Every time he's come to Cleveland, that conversation seems to. I'm getting tired of it. I'm exhausted from it. And I'm a LeBron James fan. LeBron is the GOAT to me. Do I think he's coming back here? I don't know. Everything that I've been seeing from LeBron James for the last 6 months is telling me that he is ready to retire. I think LeBron James wants to retire this year, but because he is who he is, he's going to do one more year, and it's going to be next year, and it's going to be his farewell tour. He deserves a farewell tour. That is going to be the call. Adam Silver going to be. It's probably already been spoken about. Adam Silver has probably said, "Hey, Bron, let us know when you're going to retire, so we can plan the whole thing out. I can get with all of the networks, and we can get this thing planned out, so we can be at all of your stops on the road, so we can schedule the Cleveland game whenever they need to schedule it, late in the year, maybe on his birthday, or however they want to do it." Do I want him to come back here? Not really. But I say this. If that does happen, guess whose season tickets are already locked in for 2026 and 2027? Yes, Sid. I'm already locked in, and I might even upgrade to the full season so I can be at every game and take in that whole thing. That's if it. I might upgrade to a full season next year anyway, just so I can have the Lakers game on my ticket plan and win on my plan. But again, I feel like it just every indication is telling me that he is ready to go. And damn it, I'm way past my mark. I guess, we're going to go a little long. The New England Patriots return to, Super Bowl 60 has been set. The New England Patriots make their triumphant return with a 10-7 win over the Denver Broncos. They will take on the Seattle Seahawks, who defeated the LA Rams in a great NFC Championship game, 31-27. Drake May getting to the Super Bowl in the second year. Sam Darnold, what a redemption story. I will preview the Super Bowl next week. I just wanted to just throw that out there. The Super Bowl 60 is February 8th at Levi Stadium. Bad Bunny is going to be performing at halftime. I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually looking forward to this Super Bowl. I think it's going to be fire. I have so much to cover. I guess I'm going to just have to give y'all some extra little segments this week. But I do want to get to Shedeur Sanders being named to the Pro Bowl, which I think is laughable. And to y'all out there celebrating and saying, yeah, the haters. Listen. It's cool. But come on, man, let's be honest. We know why he's there. Drake May going to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen is injured. Trevor Lawrence said no. And every other quarterback, I think Lamar is injured or he said no. Patrick Mahomes is injured. Danny Dimes is injured. CJ Stroud, I don't think he's going to be there either. Come on, y'all. Let's not do this. He is like they just caught everybody. This is equivalent to Snoop Huntley making it a couple of years ago, and he didn't have a touchdown in the regular season. I hate being this guy because it makes me seem like I don't like Shedeur Sanders. I love Shedeur Sanders. I root for Shedeur Sanders. I hate that he landed in Cleveland because now I got to deal with y'all dummies. And I have to argue with y'all over stuff that y'all argue with me about other quarterbacks for the last 20 fucking years. I really don't want to be, but come on. Look at those numbers and tell me, like, are those Pro Bowl numbers? And let's not forget, the last time the Browns had a Pro Bowl quarterback in Derek Anderson, the way he was treated. He didn't perform well in that Pro Bowl, and people were saying, oh, he played like shit in the Pro Bowl. And Brady Quinn should be the starter for the Cleveland Browns. Don't act like y'all don't remember that. Go look it up and go look at how D.A. played in that Pro Bowl and see how Browns fans reacted. I even think some of the idiots that were on the radio at the time did the exact same thing. I have a question, though. And then I'm going to move on. I'll talk about Bill Belichick next week. And I'll talk about Giannis at another time. But let me ask you, Browns fans. If Dylan Gabriel got that phone call or been named to the Pro Bowl, what do y'all say? Yo, Rumble. My favorite WWE PLE. These are my Pizzle picks. Go get that, and then we getting the hell out of here. The Royal Rumble, again, man, it takes place this Saturday. It is in Riyadh. They built a whole venue for it and they built it, and I watched them, like, follow them building the whole thing. It's on ESPN. It's at 2 p.m. It's a 4-match card. It's a small card, but I'm expecting those Rumbles to be a while. The career match, AJ Styles versus Gunther. All signs are pointing to Gunther getting the win here. I'm going to say Gunther gets the win. AJ Styles has been on his farewell tour, and none of us realize it. The Cena match, all of the matches he's had in the past, like, 8 months or so since he came back. Like, this has been his thing, and he said 26 was going to be his last year. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, wait a minute. He debuted in WWE 10 years ago at the Royal Rumble. He's going to end it 10 years later at the Royal Rumble. I'm going to really be sad if AJ Styles loses to Gunther. But I'm going to pick Gunther. I think AJ is done. And hopefully he does a little TNA run to cap his career. Like, to cap his wrestling career. His WWE career will be done. And hopefully, again, go to TNA. Undisputed WWE Championship is on the line. Drew McIntyre, the champion, takes on Sami Zayn. I do not see them taking the belt off of Drew right here. So I'm going to go with Drew to get the dub here. Would they put the title on Zayn, though? Like, they're making this thing a story. Would they put the title on him to make him lose it to somebody else before Mania? Cody get it back. Somebody get it back. Whoever doesn't, like, I'm just confused. We'll see. The women's Royal Rumble match. I'm going to pick Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair. It's going to be one of those two. But I'm leaning more towards Liv because you still can get to Jade versus Bianca. All Bianca has to do is win the Elimination Chamber. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like this whole Judgment Day thing is getting ready to come to a halt. Finn, the whole Finn thing, Dominic, like, it's getting ready to implode. And I think, like, Liv wins the women. Or B. One of those two. And in the men's Royal Rumble match, it's going to be another packed all-star one. Brock has entered the Rumble. He announced that he's going to be in it. So expect some destruction. Maybe even Gunther cost him the Rumble or causes him to get eliminated, and that plants seeds for Gunther and Brock for Mania. I'm expecting Obafemi to come in and wreck shop. I'm expecting Braun Breaker to come in and wreck shop. I'm expecting the Vision to wreck shop. But at the end of the day, I am picking my tribal chief, Roman Reigns' triumphant return to win the Royal Rumble. And with that said, y'all, I'm going to get out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, this Monday, officially the 5th anniversary of episode 1 of Club Pizzle. And hopefully by the time I had a count, and then I'll do a little whatever and try to figure out how to get. But again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting me all of these years. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Again, legendawards.com, category 37, voice of the people, Club Pizzle. Make sure y'all get those votes in. Y'all know what it is, man. Protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. Creators be great. Stay positive. This negative energy is trash. Until next week, y'all. Peace.